morning. Good morning. How are you guys? Yo. Y'all can hear me? So it's here. Yo. What's good, Angel? How are you, man? Good morning. How are you guys? What's going on? What's good, Rocky? What's going on, dog? Good morning. Good morning. Yo, Juan. Good morning. Hmm. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Remember yesterday I showed you the timer. Let me see. Not the timer, but yo Rod, yo Ormar, Orma. We are 8 hours away, not even 7 hours and some change away from being able to eat. Feeling good, bro. I started the fast. I was two 217, 216. I weighed myself this morning. I was at 205. So pretty good, man. I think on the next fast that I do, which will probably be like middle of January, I'll hopefully go under 200, which I've been dying to see that number for a long time. Good. I'm only $850 to pass my phone. Oh, let's go, Jackie. Fire. Okay. All right. Hopefully today's the day. Hopefully today is the day. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So, US 30, as we've been speaking all these days, man, we got this bearish channel going on here. And you know, like I told you guys yesterday, I see price just creating lower highs. Like as we keep going, we just keep creating lower highs. I'm on the hourly here. Notice how lower high. All this here, lower high. Pre-market right now, this is the hourly for 9 a.m., which if I'm being honest, I'm not the happiest about because if this is the hourly already, look how big the hourly is. Like if this hourly is already this big, 200 points. Um, hmm, I can see how price could be back and forth a lot, which that tells me I should lower my risk today. It's good, Justin. How are you? So, looking at just this hourly already, I think I'm going to go in a little bit lower risk today because I could see how this hourly is already pretty big as it is, and it's only 18 minutes into the new hourly. So probably this one's going to stay more or less around this size, and then the next hourly, so 10 a.m. will probably give the bigger move. So that's kind of like what I'm already anticipating ahead of time based on just experience, bro. Just this shit all the freaking time. So I hate when these hourly start off this big because it's kind of expected that it's gonna wiggle back and forth a lot. So that's a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty annoying. Um, so ideally though, when you have something like that, you will want to see price kind of give us a little pullback. So maybe we could get in somewhere where that hourly will no longer want to push above that area, and then we would kind of hold that trade, into our TP. See when you have like to sneeze and it's like right there at the tip. Okay, it went away. Okay, cool. Um, so that's the only downside of today that I will say. So I'm gonna lower my risk. So instead of me, I usually risk about $200 to $2,500 per trade. So I'm probably gonna risk about like $1,500 today on this trade. Even if it goes my way, cool. But I just want to take that precaution because I'm already seeing how this hourly is. But you already have a 200-point hourly, and we haven't even market hasn't even opened yet. So that's a little on the scary side. Not scary side, but it's a little annoying. So yeah, so just taking precautions ahead of time. I will be lowering my risk a little bit here on this trade today. So with that being said, though, I'm a seller, bro. I'm mainly looking for sales on this market. Everything as we've been speaking has been happening. Like look at this beautiful bearish structure we're still going on here with. So now first we respected this resistance, came down, then respected this resistance, came down, right? Respected this resistance again, and now we rejected it again. So once price starts breaking below this support here, I could see how we're going to use this green zone here as our next area of resistance that we're going to respect once we're below it. So I could definitely see sales, continuing. Like I said, but I do see, especially once we break below 47,200, I do see price, start tapping into that low 46,000, mid 45,000, which sounds a little crazy because it's like 2,000 points away, but I could definitely see that happening. So um, I'm long term on the sell side here, at least until I get proven otherwise. Obviously, if the market starts showing me otherwise, cool, I'll react to that. But as of right now, what I'm seeing, I'm mainly on, these sells. Yeah, news at 10. Yeah, I kind of figured. So it's gonna be a little annoying today at 9:30 because I can see how this is not gonna do anything. And if it does do anything, it'll probably just give us a nice little push back up, and then 10 a.m. somehow it's gonna hit it, and boom, that's when we're gonna get the move that we actually want. So we just gotta play it smart, just knowing ahead of time what we're up against. I'm lowering my risk. I'm probably gonna take a 1-to-1. We had a good trade yesterday. What's today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah. So we had a good trade Monday, got a good trade yesterday. So not even rush today. So today I'll probably take my quick little 1-to-1. And call it a day. So I definitely want to see what price is gonna do around this area. I could see how we're gonna probably be a little bullish here for the next, few minutes or whatever. But ultimately though, I want to take the sells to the downside because I know that's the bigger play. Like me taking a buy here, I could take a buy here and close at a 1-to-1, literally right here at 460, which gives me my 1-to-1 right there. I could do that. But do I want to do that is the questions. Look at that. Like, look, it's already at 420. I was just saying that at 410. So we would have gotten that 1-to-1 there, huh? I'm gonna just let this rock out. I'm not gonna put no entries yet. I'm gonna wait here to see how market opens. If anything, I am gonna outline though my lows over here. Because again, I have seen throughout the years cases where 200-point hourly is nothing. You could have bigger hourlies than that. So I'm not gonna not take a trade because of that. Because then look, just the same way. Okay, the new hourly is 200 points. Look at this hourly back here. Look, 700 points. So and then look right after you have a bullish one over here. How big is this hourly? Almost 600 points. So this candle could still keep being bearish and give us our trade off rip. So that's why I'm not gonna discard it and like, oh, I'm just gonna stay away until now. So I am gonna probably be looking to take some shorts below all these lows. So I'll probably be looking to take around that 360 area on a sell side. At least as of right now. Hopefully we get a little pull back up to the upside once the market opens, so then we could take a better entry. But as of right now, I'm gonna probably be looking to take that one right there on that 360. Gives me that. I'm just looking for a 1-to-1 today. So 1-to-1 ratio here. I understand today could be a very not so good day. So I want to prepare for that ahead of time. So boom. 47. Time. I'll be my 1-to-1. We're gonna call that a day today. Go quick 1-to-1, nothing too crazy. So let's go here. What spreads looking like? Only 10 points. Okay. If that, it's actually even a little less than 10 points. What did I say? 360. Well, so stop in place, man. Let's see what we got going on. But yeah, hopefully, we get that quick 1-to-1 on market open. I could see how market could open. Price could just be bullish, kind of like retrace this whole because this all happened literally like, bro, 9 a.m. Like I think Jason is probably in here. Jason sent me a picture, of like kind of what it could look like an inverted head and shoulders. I don't think Jason is on here. Um, well, it could look like an inverted head and shoulders. Oh, he's right here. Okay. Um, and yeah, bro, literally as I was telling him, nah, I don't really think so, bro. Literally 2 minutes later, bro, shit just drops for 100 points in like 2 minutes. So let's see. Hopefully, we get a push to the upside here. If we do, that'll be cool. Because then that way we could take a way higher entry. I see here on this hourly, obviously that's our resistance up there. Looking here on this smaller time frame, we also have this little like minor area of support throughout here that we kind of like been. You see how price respected here, respected here, respected throughout here, so respected all throughout here. So I could see how we could probably use that area again, probably get a little push into it, and then if that's the case, then yeah, I'll look for a sell somewhere in here, and then obviously we won't even have to hold it all the way to down here. Right here, we'll already be up like a 1-to-1, 1-to-2. So let's see, man. See what's gonna be today's plan of attack once this market opens here. Quite an interesting day. Let's see. Still got about 5 minutes here, so we're respecting the support right now, though. Hopefully, we get this push, bro. I want to take a little higher of an entry. I don't really like this low entry. Like, it's okay, but I want to take a little higher one. I want to take somewhere around up here, low 450 or something. This is my normal chart. I don't think this is my normal chart, yo. I think this is a chart I did one of my students yesterday. This is the chart that I did one of my students yesterday. I'm like, yo, why does it look? Let me see if this is my real chart here. Where's my real chart? Wow, this is my real chart. This is the one from yesterday. Okay. Boom. I was like, yo, why does this look a little off? Like, it looks a little different than like what it was looking the day prior. I was like, yo, what's going on here, man? Look how price is reacting to the same areas that I have marked up on the other one. Boom, boom. Where? Well, we can go back to this one since we already have this one here. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting to push the upside. That's kind of like what we want. Yeah, that's 480. 5 minute resistance. Where you get that 480 from? Oh, like these lows right here. Yeah, I was looking at those too. I want to see where price here wants to go, because I would like for it to. My plan was for it to kind of come into this area since we touched this area so many times, and then I'll outline this area down here, which is that 480 area you're talking about. And then I'll look for price to reject here, and once it starts breaking below that 480, which is right here, then I'll go ahead and take my trade somewhere around here, and then you know what I'm saying. That's kind of like what I was low key thinking of. So like just to draw it out, kind of like I was thinking of price coming into this area up here, right? I'll wait for price to reject or whatever, and then once it breaks below this area here, then I'll take my entry somewhere here, which is around that 460 area, right? And then, you know, and then taking that to the downside. Feel me? So let's see. I want to see what price wants to do here. It's 929. We got about 18 seconds. Let's see. Quite curious to how market's gonna open. There it is. Okay. Okay, tap it into that 480. Let's see. I think I'll go even deeper if I want to two on here. me see if price goes into this one. We could have done that approach too, the one that I first spoke about, like taking a little quick buy from here. We would have been hitting TP1 already right now. But I don't really like counter trend trading, bro. Like it's cool. I understand it. It's just it's so risky, bro. Like trading is already a little complicated as it is. Not complicated, but like risky as it is. So to now add counter trend trading in the midst too, I'm like, damn. Fucking recipe for almost getting cooked. All right, there we go. Okay, come on. If it comes into this resistance area, then I'll update my entry to. I really want that 460 over here, so hopefully we go into that 540 area up here. Struggling to break above that 480 area. Yeah, I'm waiting for price to either reject here or reject up here, so then I could. Well, I'm not gonna. If we reject here, then I'm not really modifying too much. Um, I'll probably leave it around where it's at right now, because again, this is an area of support here. So like, notice how price rejected that perfectly that area, and notice how prior to price will come right into this area. You see how this green candle came right into this area, and then you see the red come right into that support again, and then from here it did that push back up over here. So you don't want to update your entry somewhere here, and then price, yeah, now made its way right here, just like how it did right over here, and then comes back down just to retest this support, and then does this, and then you caught up in a sell for no reason. You see what I'm saying? If I was to drag this left, look how price did it right here too. So kind of like what I want to avoid. So I rather be a little bit more patient. I rather wait. If I'm only gonna update this entry if we come to this one. To this one, yeah. Here, yeah. Because then here we could use this as a support if we're going to continue long. So then there, I'll put my entry right somewhere down here to where, okay, if we break below this area, then clearly we didn't respect this support. Now that's resistance. We rejected up here, so we got the pullback already, right? And then boom, we could more or less have a higher probability of, taking the sells at that point. So as of right now, I'm not updating anything. I'm leaving it where it's at. Now, if we shoot up here, then yeah. Feel me? If we shoot up here, then yeah. There I'll update this entry for sure. Which I think we are going to shoot up there, so that's good. Oh, I didn't even notice. That comes right into that 786 too. Nice. Cool. See, there we go. So now it's giving us that push in there. So now I get to go and update my entry to somewhere here. So I'll have that 450. I'll take a 450. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Now we're making our way up here. So, okay. Now I'm taking that slow. 450. That puts this at 400. All right. Boom. So now I go here. Get that 450. now we're coming right into this area too. Yeah, now it's chilling because now, see, now we're right into that area. Okay, cool. So now if we are going to continue being bullish, then we should only come down, right? Use this area of support, and then from here make our way up, right? We shouldn't break below it. So that our sell entry shouldn't get activated. Like if you notice here, right? Once price broke into this area, see it here? Price broke into that area right here. What did it do here? It came right back, retested what? This support, and then it did the push. So kind of similar, see right here? Kind of similar setup that I'm expecting here. If we're going to be bullish, if we're going to be bullish, we should not hit our sell entry. You know, we should not. If we do hit our sell entries, because most likely we're going to continue, you know, in our direction here. So this is a good setup. This I like. This is chilling. That first one, I wasn't really too big of a fan. This one I like. Wow. Looking at the screen so much, I just spill that shit all over me. Oh, nice. Wow. Right on camera too. That's nice. Now we're right into that resistance. Let's see, bro. Buys for me wouldn't really be a thing unless we break, obviously, above all this. Above all this, I said this yesterday. This is where, okay, I'll take some buys at that 650 up there. That 650 up there, okay, that deserves some opportunity on a buy there. Yeah, that right there, okay. Anything under here, I'm not really too on the buy scenario. I'm gonna just put that there just to have it there. So 5 star where I said 650. Oh. Above here for sure. All game for the buys for sure. No, anyway, here I'm not too on the buys here. That's it. See what I was saying? Like, if we are gonna be bullish here, so let's say this one's gonna activate, then we should never see the sell entry get activated again, right? Especially where prices are now, we should definitely reject here if we are gonna continue being long. See what I'm saying? What 10 minutes? 10 minutes, yeah. Loki, I thought about taking a buy down here too. I like that 410 area because our 1-to-1 would have been 460. Even a 1-to-2 would have been 520 right here. Even higher. I'm gonna take a look 460. If anything, push that even a little higher right there. Boom. Just in case. Okay. Our buy's gonna get activated. Let's see. Big area of support might activate trade. Let's see. Bro, look at that. Look at that, bro. A wick, bro. That's diabolical, son. That's insane. That's insane. That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, retested our major resistance here. Let's see. Yeah, bro. It's a thing, bro. It's a thing, bro. That's why I tell people, bro. It's all perspective, bro. It's all perspective, bro. That's why even like people that are making like 50, $100 a day, I'm like, dude, like you don't realize what you're doing. Like, how many hours will you have to work at a job to make those $100? You know what I mean? You're doing it from just clicking some shit on your phone, bro, or your computer, wherever the hell you trade from. You know, social media, bro. I feel like social media has ruined a lot of like trading because people feel like their $100 are not. Oh, that's not money. Oh yeah, it's not money. Okay, so why were you working a whole job before to make those $100? Make it make sense. You were sacrificing hours of your life to make this 100, but now you're doing it from your phone and it's not money. Okay, make it make sense. It's all perspective, bro. So how you see it, you know? We keep rejecting the low resistance up there. Let's see. Now I might take. I'm gonna use this as a support now. Go ahead, try to take low 500. Take low 500 there on the sell for sure. Take low 500 on the sell there. All right, so that's as much as I'm gonna trail my sell entry here. So we got this area over here of support. So if we are going to be bullish now, could use this one and boom, push from here. So break below that one, then I'll give these sells an opportunity. But let's see. Bro, the hourly looks insane, probably, right? Look at that shit. Bro, look at the size of this wick, dog. If I just go from the body to the wick, look at that. Almost 200 points, bro, on a wick. It's diabolical, bro. That's insane. And well, 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes. I generally think our move is going to come at 10 a.m., for being honest. I think 10 a.m. is going to be that. That's going to be today. Let's see. Down 7 a.m. for you. 10 a.m. for oh, so you 3 hours. 3 hour difference. I think my maintenance guys. Hold on. Let me go open the door for my maintenance guy real quick. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Let's see. It's like what, 9:46? All right, come on. Bro, they becoming random, yo. To change the air filter. I forgot I did that yesterday. Good rejection of that resistance up there. I like that. Now we just gotta look for price to continue on our way here. And I just got put in. There you go. Okay. First opportunity of the day here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I ideally wanted to take a trade at 10. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want to take a trade at 9. That hourly is wild, bro. So wild hourly we got going on, but it is what it is, huh? Put this here. I'm still probably gonna close myself at 1-1 today. I see that the volatility in this market and how it's moving. It's a little on the scary side. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to marry this big ass move today. If tomorrow we wake up and we're below this 47,300 area, oh yeah, it's game. It's game for sure. Like this is going to where we're saying that 46,000 for sure. So, yeah, we got to break below this support right here. This great one, that 47,000 like 300 area. We break below that. I'm pretty confident on us going down to like middle of 46,000, low 45,000. Sounds crazy, but we'll see. All right, so we're respecting this support right now. What a rejection, yo. I know where I heard that song, but I have it like glued on my forehead, yo. Like, like them commercial songs. I'm talking about. That's the only part that I know of the song. Very happy with structure today. Let's see. I'm not really happy with this hourly candle. I was not a fan from the moment I saw it. From the moment I saw that hourly beat 200 points, I said, fuck, it's going to be one of those days, huh? That's why my main thing today has been just, all right, lower my risk. All right, cool. And whatever happens, happens. But the moment I hate those candles, bro, because they're so back and forth because they're so big. You know what I'm saying? Like in an ideal world, in a perfect world, you will like, your candles to just be the same size all the time, yada yada, and go down. And we don't live in an ideal world, you know? So the moment I see those gigantic pre-market open, because tell me that it happens at 9:30. Oh yeah, say less. I'm in there all day. But at 9 in the morning, barely 9 a.m. It was like 8:55 already happening. So once I see that, I'm like, it's gonna be one of those, huh? It's gonna be one of those days, huh? You gotta be quite careful with what you do on those days. So I tell people, like, bro, the charts are really just 20% of the equation. The other 80 is how you handle each day. That's really that what makes or breaks a trader, to be honest. Because the charts, bro, resistance is resistance, trend is trend, support, candles are candles. Doesn't really affect much. but it's how you show up every day and how you execute every day that's going to either make you profitable or not profitable. That's really what it's going to come down to. You know, that's why I'm very big on, like, bro, like, give trading a purpose off rip. Understand why you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand the math behind what you're doing, because, like, everybody wants financial freedom, but then if I ask you, okay, what does that number look like? You won't even know off the top of your head. So the fact that you don't know it off the top of your head tells me that you haven't sat there and done the math. So you don't even know what number does it take for you to feel financially free. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, bro, like, gift this, like, actually, like, it's small little things like that that completely change your outlook on trading, which completely changes how you come into the markets every single day and react. You know, like, reason why I be so calm with, look, you guys see me calm this whole time, not stressing, not tripping, not FOMOing into taking any. I'm waiting for what I'm waiting for, and once it gives me that, I take it. If not, I'll walk away. Done. How you think I got to that point of calmness? By simply understanding all these other factors that I'm telling you guys. My wrist is intact. You know what I'm saying? I understand what I'm doing here. I understand what I'm aiming for here. Like, look how I told you. I'm taking my 1-to-1 today. I don't give a fuck. The moment that shit hits up, I'm taking my shit. Why? Bro, had a good Monday, had a good Tuesday. It's Wednesday. I see already how this market's moving, even pre-market open. I'm like, you know what? Today's one of those days. Why would I sit here and fucking take 10 trades today? But some people don't understand that. Some people will simply stay there and fucking think that they could, and there you go. There you go, blow an account, lose money. And now you mad, blaming the charts, blaming everybody else but yourself. You see what I'm saying? So once you start understanding all these concepts and actually, like, applying them every day, it completely changes how you look at trading. You know what I mean? You're no longer looking at it as a gamble. I feel like that's what most people do. They look at trading as gambling. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. Like, this is actually way easier than gambling. Gambling is actually way harder. You actually really have no odds on your favor really on gambling. This, at least, you have data, you have structure, you have things to kind of, go based on to be able to, make a setup here. But most people don't see it that way. And that's where you have successful traders and you have, you know, traders that never see anything for that reason, you know. Wow, so close to my TP, literally by 0.08 of a freaking wow. That's could have been done already. But that's all because of my entry. I'm not gonna lie. This entry is not the best. Ideally, since I had this support here at what the support ended at 534, I could have took 520, which was all the way here, which that would have forced us to already been hit TP. Our TP would have been here at 470. So based on my entry here, that's why I'm not. But it's all good. I still take it. Will you take one trade today? Depends. Like, mm, ideally, I want to take just one trade because I feel like this one's gonna hit my TP. If I'm being honest. Now if it doesn't hit my TP and I get taken out this trade, then I want to see how 10 a.m. opens. I know 10 a.m. should be a bearish hourly due to the fact that 9 a.m. was such. Even if 9 a.m. ends a little bullish, let's say the candle, the hourly, bro, that wick on that hourly is so big. Like, look at this wick. Like, this wick is, even if this candle ends bullish, let's say, that wick is so big that next hourly has to wick fill somewhat this wick. So I know next hourly should be somewhat bearish. So I might give it a second opportunity after 10 a.m. Because ideally, I didn't even want to take a trade before 10. It just kind of happens that, okay, came into my entry where I had it set up. Fuck it. I'm not going to cry about it. That's why you set up those entries there. But ideally, I wanted to trade after 10, just based on that hourly, right? I hate those hourlies like that. When I see them, I'm already like, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from you, bud. So we'll see how it goes here. We have about 4 minutes till the new hourly opens. So let's see. Let's see. If I do get taken out of this trade before 10, I'm not taking another setup till after 10. That I'm doing for sure. Like, I'm not taking another setup at 9:58. Like, it's not happening. Fuck that. Because I already know when the hourly opens on the 10, it's gonna have some type of reaction. I'd rather wait till that reaction and then react afterwards. You get what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see. was so close to hitting my TP. I would have been out of this trade already. Let's see. Yep. Go ahead. Come on. Knock yourself out now. Yep. No, not yet. Oh, okay. Come on. I guess not. Oh. We have 2 minutes here till 10 a.m. Let's see. We got about a minute 30 here. Let's see. I would like this to I would like this to close around here, bro. So that way the new 10 a.m. candle, even if it pulls back a little bit, then it probably goes my way. Let's see. Yeah, that's because of my entry, bro. I should have put my entry like that 520 area. I kind of figure. It's all good though. We got 40 seconds, bro. 30 seconds here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. New hourly. Okay, 10 a.m. candle. Let me see how this hourly close. And I got taken out that trade. Wow, nice 10 a.m. You're a great person. I'll give same opportunity though. 500. What the fuck? Oh, no. This time I'm gonna take a little 510. Take a little 510 here. 510. If it's a second opportunity at that 510 area. Let me see how this hourly closed, you know. Look at that hourly, bro. Look at this shit. See that? Look at this wick, bro. They got a 160-point wick. Yep. That's diabolical, dog. If this 10 a.m. doesn't give me my sell entries anytime soon, then I'll call it a day. One opportunity for me today. Mhm. That's what happens with when those 9 a.m. candles are like that, bro. That's why I'm like, I don't really like him too much. Not the biggest fan. Let's see though. Came down, expected that support. Okay. Let me just have this just in hourly. What an hour. Look at that previous hour. Uh, None of these wicks are that big. Let me see how big are these. 130 points. It's a pretty fat ass wick, bro. Second opportunity. I'm doing the same risk as the first one. So I had lowered my risk on that first one to like 1,500 bucks. Usually I do like 2,500 bucks. So I'm gonna risk 1,500 bucks on that second one as well. You always want to risk the same on the second one that you did on the first. You never want to go up or down. Because if you go up, but then you lose that second one, now you're even deeper on an L of the day for no reason. If you go down on the risk, then it takes longer for you to even make back what you made, what you lost. You get what I'm saying? So like let's say at a 1-to-1 you lost 500. Well, if you lower your risk too much, then you might have to hold that second one for a 1-to-2 for you to even make that 500. You get what I'm saying? So that's why the risk always stays the same. That's like a key number one. Like key like stays the same. If I risk 1,500 on this one, cool. Well, whichever second one I get, I'm risking the same 1,500 because I know, okay, that's how you know, okay, at a 1-to-1, I made back my L. At a 1-to-2, I'm profit for the day. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you always want to keep that risk same across the board. All right, if this 5 minute candle doesn't do anything, then I'm personally probably gonna call it a day after that one. So let's see. Very slow day today, yeah. That's what happens when you get those fat ass 9 a.m. candles, bro. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's looking like that 5 minutes not gonna give me. It's not gonna give me much. Yeah, I think I'm about to call it a day. To be honest, might let it just rock out today. One opportunity only today. First L of the week. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever. Yeah, bro. I think I'm gonna call it a day today. That's about it. I'm gonna let this play out, do its thing. So I'm gonna take off here my sell entry close, my buy limit. Close. All right. So I just took off my positions. So I'm gonna let this rock out today. One opportunity only today. Lower that risk. So we ain't even lose what we normally probably would have lost. So still a win. Very slow day, bro. That's what happens when you have those big 9 a.m. fucking candles, bro. So just kind of gotta let it rock out, see what it wants to do. It's right at that same area, bro. Literally look at this sideways movement. Bro. You got this one wick here. That's about it. So I'd rather let it do its thing, come back tomorrow, and we capitalize on what we see. So that will be it for today. Very slow, boring day today on the charts. It's all good. Not every day we could have a lot of action like we have been having. So it is what it is, man. So love y'all. Thank you guys for coming on here today. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys later. My LTE students, well, you guys are all LTE students. I'll see you guys later at 7. So, peace.